pre-nats? Were you feeling really confident on that finishing kick?
Um, Not necessarily. I think it was more of I'd never been to Wisconsin, so I'd never seen the course. And when we ran the course the day before, I kind of was like, oh, like this could be a good point to kind of just test where I'm at. And I didn't know what that was going to look like, whether that meant it was going to be 12 people still at a K to go basically, or if it was going to be strung out. But I kind of worked with Helen to just decide, like, I think I want to practice that like at pre-nats and whatever that looks like, okay. And yeah, I think that was it. Didn't it surprised me like a lot in that I felt pretty strong, and that's definitely not been something that I've experienced in cross country before. But in the same thing, I've been like working on it in practice, so it was fun to see it come together in a race, and hopefully we can keep moving forward off of it.
As far as Friday goes, how
Yeah.
much weight or not will you put into team results, individual results?
I think definitely as a team, we want to be really good in another 3.5 weeks, and this is a stepping stone along the way. And I think last week we banked a lot of really good work, and I'm excited to see. We might not see that come out on Friday, but we will see it in 3 weeks. But I think Helen will do a really good job of emphasizing that we keep doing what we want to do on November 17th, this Friday, and whatever that gets us, great. But that's a big step towards like what we're trying to do in a few weeks' time. So yeah, it'll be fun to pack it up down in Palo Alto.
Yes, obviously, you have a few athletes who went to Washington
Yeah.
in the summer and all. Like, what were some of the specific things that made you want
Yeah, I'm just really proud to be a duck. I could, like, it just didn't make any sense to me personally. I am very proud to be a part of this program and all that it is. And I've, like, everyone here has looked after me so well. It's like home away from home, essentially. And yeah, it's just like, you got to trust the process and trust that it's Oregon and they were going to bring in some people that we were ready to work with. And like bringing in Helen was an awesome thing. And the first time I spoke to her, I knew it was going to work. And yeah, it was just a matter of like trusting it and just kind of like going on feel and being so proud to be a part of the Oregon program and not really wanting to change that up.
to? Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about some of those initial conversations?
Yeah, we just I was still at home. I was in Australia and she called me on the phone and we just like sort of like I put it out there what my goals are for the next 12, 18 months. And there was no hesitations. It was all like she was all in and she was like, yeah, like this has been conversations I've been having with people knowing that these are your goals and everything like that. And I think just her immediate like buy into my like goals and aspirations helped me to buy into like her processing towards that. So I think just from very early on, it was very like she was committed to me if I was going to be committed to her. And that was exciting to establish. And you just got to roll with what that brings and keep an open mind. And it's been great so far.
Coach
Yeah.
said he kind of used you as a for your input on and during the hiring process.
Yeah.
What sort of things did you want to make sure he kept in mind from a student athlete perspective?
Yeah, he was awesome throughout the process. He kept me involved and was like we'd met a few times and just kept me in the loop and I kept sort of producing like things that qualities that I was looking for. But basically it wasn't I didn't want to change too much and I kind of wanted to have a little bit of collaboration now being like 22 and a senior and kind of knowing what's clicked in the past. I wanted to be able to work with someone that I knew my strengths and they could help me tap into them more. And so he knew that that was an important thing for me. And I think, well, he's definitely found that and ticked that box, that's for sure. But yeah, I was just as excited. He kept reminding me that it's exciting to bring in fresh ideas, and you've just got to stay open minded to that because you don't know. Like you might not think it's going to work, but it does. And I think throughout the process, he was really good at just keeping things like in perspective. Is like we're going to make this work. Like we want it to work, so we're going to make it work. So yeah, stuff like that.
Yes, do you still talk to Lily and Katie much at all, just casually?
Yeah, yeah. I talked to Lils has been in contact quite a bit. It's funny when she does like workouts or something that we had typically done together, she gets excited and she's like, I did this today, like I missed you. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great too. So Lils is doing she's doing awesome and I'm excited to see both of them down at Pac-12s, and yeah, we saw Katie out at pre-nat, so it's like obviously we understand it. Like there's no like animosity towards like the decision to move and stuff, but I think having been part of a program with them too, there's a bond that doesn't change just because they're not a Duck anymore. So yeah, it's I do miss them, but I get excited when I see their results. I'm like, yeah, like that's awesome, girls. So yeah, it's been good to keep up with what they're doing, but it's sad they're not here anymore. Yeah.
Any other questions for Jess?
I got one more. So Jess, you're like all conference last year. What improvements do you want to see, like just from yourself and the team, like leading into these championship weeks in the next month?
Yeah, I think just from myself is I would like to I think it's something I haven't done in cross country before. I've never really raced to reflect the work that I've been doing outside of the racing day, and what I've been doing in practice has never really kind of lined up with like the results that I have seen in the cross country season. So I think now, not like knowing and having some measurable work behind me, knowing where I'm at, I would like to like hopefully race to that potential, because I'm sort of looking at it as like I've got my team with me and I want to go as low as I can for my team. And I think as a team collectively, we're working on quite a few things that are going to keep piecing together like the final part of the puzzle for a few weeks' time. And I think the more like we all are aware of what each other is working on, and I think the more I get very excited by seeing someone else do what they're supposed to do, like, and start executing to their full potential. So I think if we can just run collectively best races and start putting those together, it's exciting and you build momentum. And hopefully, as a team, we can go really deep into the race together. And you never know what that will bring, because if you look around with a K to go, 800 to go, or even just a mile to go, and you've got a lot of lady ducks around you, it's pretty inspiring. So hopefully, we can go deep into the race together and just start putting the finished pieces together.